Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, June the 15th, 2024. I am Jarrell Bryan. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines, Guyana to benefit from U.S. funding to curb illegal arms trade. Slow down, police urge as East Bank Demerara sees increase in speeding tickets. President Ali makes pitch for AFREXIMBANK to finance renewable energy projects, EV in Caribbean. 64-year-old man hospitalized after being shot in the hand. And 8 Indian nationals deported to Suriname after illegally entering Guyana. Now for the news in detail. We begin tonight's newscast by telling you that police are investigating an alleged shooting incident that has left Joseph Singh, a 64-year-old laborer, with a gunshot wound to his hand. The incident occurred at about 21:30 hours on Friday in Water Street, Georgetown. Investigations have so far revealed that Singh was proceeding north on Water Street in the vicinity of Munishwars Limited when he observed a grey pitbull bus with trade plates carrying 2 unidentifiable males. Singh told the police that one of those occupants discharged several rounds in his direction before the bus drove off. He sustained a gunshot wound to his hand and later went to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he has been admitted as a patient. According to the police, no spent shells were recovered when detectives visited the scene. Several CCTV cameras were seen in the area, and police will review video footage of the alleged incident as investigations continue. Guyana is expected to receive funding from the United States government to implement a national action plan aimed at curbing the trade of illegal firearms. Find out more in this Michael Henry report.
This was revealed by U.S. Undersecretary of State for Arms Control and International Security, Ambassador Bonnie Jenkins, who was on a 4-day visit to Guyana. During engagements with local government officials, Ambassador Jenkins reiterated the U.S. commitment to working with Guyana to reduce violence and decrease the illegal trafficking of arms, both here and in the wider Caribbean region. In fact, she disclosed that the U.S. is providing funding to CARICOM countries that are developing a national action plan to tackle the trade in illegal arms.
There are a number of countries in the Caribbean that are developing these national action plans to address issues of small arms, and the U.S. is seeing how we can provide funding to those countries who have developed these national action plans. Yes, my understanding is Guyana is one of the countries that has developed the action plan. Is that correct? Yes, it has developed. So based on what those plans are, we can provide funding to countries to actually implement those plans. And that's pretty much what it is.
According to Jenkins, this funding to Guyana and other Caribbean nations is just one of the measures taken by the U.S. to clamp down on illegal firearm trade in the region. In Guyana, local law enforcement has reported that most of the illegal weapons found in Guyana come from the U.S., something which the Undersecretary says is being addressed by authorities.
We have the export ban. We are trying to do what we can on the U.S. side to try to reduce the export of illegal arms. So we have put the ban on that right now as we try to figure out the best way forward to help ensure that these weapons, these small arms, do not get in the hands of non-state actors or others who should not be having possession of those type of weapons. So that's something that we have already done, and we will continue to work with Guyana and other countries in the region on that. So these are specific things we're doing, but this is on top of just regular and ongoing conversations that we're having with your government, our embassy is having with your government, to try to address this issue because we know how important it is. And as I said, it has come up in all the conversations that I've had.
At a Guyana Police Force press conference last November, Crime Chief Wendell Blanham had reported that most of the illegal weapons found on the local streets originated from the U.S. In fact, it was revealed that 29 or 22.7% of the 128 guns seized across the country up to that period in 2023 were from the U.S., followed by 26 from neighboring Brazil. The crime chief had noted that this information was obtained as a result of the police force now having access to the US-based Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms database, which allows them to conduct traces of illegal firearms. Michael Henry, The Evening News.
The Guyana Police Force is concerned over the increase in speeding tickets some 370 issued to errand drivers in Regional Division 4B, the East Bank of Demerara. Luanda McAllister joins us to report that the police are pleading with drivers to slow down on the roadways.
Police have been stepping up their enforcement efforts along the east bank of Demerara. According to Sergeant Rose, who is in charge of the Suzai-Glendon Highway Patrol Base, the number of speeding tickets issued this year has already surpassed last year's total of approximately 370. Rose shared this information during a recent police program. He expressed concern over the persistent issue of speeding, especially on the Suzai-Glendon Highway.
The more you plead with them, the more you ask them to slow down. It's like you're asking them to do the opposite. And presently, we're having an increase in fatality. We have 2 for last month compared to the same period last year. And when you check our accident figures of this year, which was last month to last month last year, we have an increase as well. This is due to the fact that when it comes to this Suzai-Glendon Highway, I think the speed there is a whole 100. I ask drivers on a daily basis, sometimes you stop them, you give them the ticket, and you ask them, what is the reason? Sometimes you catch drivers doing like 130, and you already give them 100. Why are you doing that much?
He said drivers are still speeding knowing that the road is not conducive at the moment. In response to the ongoing problem, Sergeant Rose and his team have intensified their enforcement measures. This includes varying the locations of their speed checks to catch more offenders and hopefully deter reckless driving behaviors.
So what we do from time to time now, we staggered it. You understand? One time you will see us at Yarcabra, then you will see us at Long Creek, then we move to Low Creek. And what happened, they get this system where they flash each other, and sometimes them might call the guys on the phone till they in them park and then think, well, my name is popular, Rose is out.
Yeah.
Right? But at the end of it all, it's not just about me. All the police are out there doing what they gotta do. But come on, we are asking you to give the support, reduce on your speed. You understand? Reduce.
The sergeant also made a heartfelt plea to drivers, urging them to slow down and be more cautious on the roads. He said there is a need for everyone to play their part in reducing accidents and fatalities.
It's not going to take you that long to get there. Once you left at a certain time, you will get there. Because if you know for a fact you're tired, we are asking you, there's parking on the road, pull to the left or the right of that road where the parking is available, and take a 5. It won't take nothing out of you.
For the Evening News, Luanda McAllister.
Ranks of the Enmore Police Station conducted a cordon and search exercise between 1740 hours and 1820 hours on Friday and apprehended a 41-year-old construction worker from Hassington, East Coast Demerara, with 895 grams of marijuana in his possession. The ranks, acting on information received, went to Lot 91 Hassington New Housing Scheme, where they observed the suspect standing in front of the yard holding a bulky plastic bag in his hand. Upon seeing the ranks, the man ran into the yard and attempted to escape. However, the police gave chase, and he was apprehended with the plastic bag still in his hand. The bag contained a compressed parcel and 10 small transparent Ziploc bags containing leaves, stems, and seeds suspected to be cannabis. The 41-year-old suspect was told of the offense committed and cautioned. A further search was conducted on his home and in the yard, but no additional narcotics were found. He was thereafter arrested and escorted to the Cove and John Police Station, where the suspected narcotics were weighed in his presence. Investigations continue. Coming up on the other side of the break, President Ali makes pitch for AFREXIMBANK to finance renewable energy projects, EV, in Caribbean. Please stay tuned.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Guys, I think I'm in love! Wow!
Yeah, I was looking at you too.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in the tiles. Where did you get them?
Oh, Mima Decor, obviously the best tile store in Guyana. Come, let me take you there.
My kitchen, my bathroom, my floors. Mima Decor has everything. And the prices are great too.
So, y'all want to have a date now?
We can build on that.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. 8 Indian nationals were on Friday deported to neighboring Suriname after illegally entering Guyana via the number 63 beach in Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine. According to the police, shortly after 12:30 hours on Friday, ranks on a mobile patrol at number 63 beach entrance observed 2 motor cars, which they stopped and saw the foreign nationals. The occupants were taken to the Springlands police station, where the 8 males, all Indian nationals, ranging in age from 19 to 36, were registered. Upon checking their Republic of India issued passports, it was observed that the men had arrived in Suriname between May 18th and 27, 2024. They subsequently entered Guyana via sea without presenting themselves to the Guyanese Immigration Office. This newscast understands that the men had made arrangements that would have seen them eventually traveling to the United States. However, none of their passports had a U.S. visa. According to Police Divisional Commander of Region 6, Chief Prasad Bacchus, the foreigners were handed over to the Immigration Department and were subsequently sent back to Suriname, the last country they had legally visited. With the natural advantages that the Caribbean possesses, President Dr. Irfaan Ali, who is also the current chairman of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, recently made a call for the African Export-Import AFREXIMBANK to finance renewable energy projects and initiatives in the region. Here are the details. President Dr. Irfaan Ali was the main speaker at the recently held African Export-Import AFREXIMBANK's 31st annual meeting in Nassau, the Bahamas. During his address, President Ali spoke of the renewable energy potential in the region as compared to continental Europe.
When you look at this region, you will notice that in renewable energy, our region has the advantage of high sunshine radiation, with an average of 2,755 hours of sunshine per year. This offers an interesting opportunity in solar energy. For a matter of fact, in this region, with a measurement of wind intensity showing an annual average wind speed of more than 8 meters per second in some territories, compared with continental Europe wind parks, where the annual average wind speed is 5.5 meters per second.
He further noted the potential for African investors and the AFREXIMBANK to finance these projects. President Ali made a specific pitch for financing so the region can become a major manufacturer of electric vehicles.
Those are advantages that we possess in this region. Imagine if Africa can come together, mobilize capital, and manufacture in the lowest, we have the lowest environmental impact in the world. Imagine if we manufacture all the EV vehicles in the region with the lowest environmental impact. What marketing impact that would have. You have the technology, you have the capital. Through AFREXIMBANK, we can design this. And we can make the world understand that there must be a value in manufacturing EVs in the lowest environmentally impact region in the world.
Guyana itself has upped imports of electric vehicles along with various changes to policies. Currently, electric vehicles, regardless of the power rating, attract 0 rates of duty and taxes. Additionally, there are 6 publicly accessible EV charging stations, and a total of 50 persons have been trained to service EVs. Jarrell O'Brien, The Evening News. Meanwhile, the African Export-Import Bank, AFREXIMBANK, has disclosed that it is in talks with the Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretariat to establish a Caribbean Exim Bank in the CARICOM member state. According to President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the AFREXIMBANK, Professor Benedict Orama, the initiative is part of efforts to boost trade and investment opportunities between African countries and CARICOM. Trisha Sobers has this report.
President of the AFREXIMBANK, Professor Benedict Orama, made this revelation during his address at the 31st annual meeting of the African Export-Import Bank and the 3rd Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum on Thursday. Orama explained that the AFREXIMBANK already has a presence in countries such as Guyana, Barbados, Bahamas, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts and Nevis. However, despite its close relations, trade between Africa and the Caribbean remains exceptionally low compared to the intra-regional trade in other regions. On this point, he disclosed that the establishment of the Caribbean Exim Bank will allow governments and finance ministers from CARICOM to communicate directly and collaborate with the AFREXIM Bank on transformational projects in areas of tourism and hospitality, oil and gas, goods and services, as well as transport and logistics.
We have laid the foundation on which progress can be made. We must now pool our strengths and resources to pursue investments that will remove the wedge between Africa and the Caribbean. We must create the conditions that will support the expansion of intra-Caribbean shipping lines and maintain incentives that will enable us begin to fly from Africa to the Caribbean and vice versa, and also ship goods from Africa to the Caribbean.
Orama said the Caribbean Exim Bank has the potential to also expand adaptation of the Pan-African payment and settlement system in CARICOM member states to promote African Caribbean payments. He explained that AFREXIM Bank stands ready to work with partners to support this and similar projects as the organization accelerates efforts to serve all people of African descent.
We should also begin to consider initiating a free trade agreement negotiation between Africa and the Caribbean. We recognize that this will only make sense if we begin to build strong business links and promote tourism flows between our two regions.
Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, June 16th, 2024 at 0 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 11 hours 45 on Sunday, June 16th, 2024, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now the local stock exchange market, Governments of Gassi. KFC Table Tennis Summer Showdown launched. This and more coming up in the Sportscast, sponsored by McCorp.
Miners, welders, and contractors. Have broken parts caused you tremendous downtime? Do you need an extra heavy-duty, dependable welding machine that will get the toughest jobs done and can also double as a generator to power all of your tools? Well, your #1 industrial solutions provider Sylvies has you covered. We currently have in stock the Hobart Champion Elite Arc Welder and Generator. This capable electric start generator produces up to 11,000 watts of AC power to run tools, work lights, or backup power during an outage. It can simultaneously deliver 150 amps weld output and 8,000 watts of generator power and can run up to 14 hours on one 12-gallon tank of gas. This portable generator handles mild steel, stainless steel, and cast iron with a maximum thickness of ½ inch in a single pass. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvies Industrial Solutions.